Hey friends, I hope everybody's having a lovely day. I wanted to pop on here because it's my goal to, going forward, try to share a little bit more about the inside day-to-day experience of living with disability. And I just got my hair done in anticipation of the fashion show that I'm going to be in tomorrow. I'm so excited, it looks really good. But today I want to talk about disability, dating, and disclosure. And I have some little notes on the side because I do have a brain injury, so I want to make sure that I hit on all the things that I wanted to talk to you guys about. So to preface this, my relationship to dating is, I guess, sketchy, you could say. I don't know if sketchy is the right word, but basically being in a relationship has not really been a priority for me, even prior to the accident. I've dated here and there, but I've been single for well over a decade. Like I said, dated here and there, but no serious relationships in well over a decade, which was fine. That was my choice to do that. But especially in the 7 years since becoming disabled and in the recovery period for after the accident that I was in 2017, it just even more so became something that was not a priority for me. Getting better was my priority, getting healed and figuring out how to deal with my new normal. And I didn't really see how dating was going to be able to fit into that. At least not for me. Maybe for other disabled persons, that's something that they were able to do and manage, but for me in my recovery time, it was not. And so I'm currently on the dating apps, or on a dating app, I should say. Just figured, what the heck, it's like a new experience. I'm just going to put myself out there and, be open to the experience of meeting new people, which has been a little difficult just because, again, trying to work with my symptoms and things like that. Getting to know people can be difficult. But one thing that has come up for me as a dilemma being on these apps is when to disclose to the gentlemen who are interested in me that I am disabled. So having invisible disabilities, basically, I do have the freedom that it's not something that people can necessarily see in photos because they are invisible disabilities, traumatic brain injury, things like that. So it's not something that's obvious in my photos, so it's something that I would have to tell people that I have. And so the dilemma then is just figuring out how and when it's appropriate to do that. So the invisible disabilities can be both a blessing and a curse because it's just a different thing to deal with, to figure out how to let people who are interested in me know that I am a disabled person. And while I do feel that the men who are interested in me have a right to know, there are some reasons why I don't have that on my bio, just initially for people to see in my bio on the dating apps. And I do think that they have a right to know that because it's their right to decide if it's something that they want to take on and be involved with, because being with a disabled person is different. It's not that we're a burden or that we can't do anything, but it is a different experience, and I don't think that people should be judged if they choose to decide that that's not for them, basically. But at the end of the day, of course, it is their loss, but it's their decision to decide how they want to live their lives, and that's, we can't judge them for that. I mean, we can, but so I'm not ashamed or embarrassed about being disabled. That's not the reason why I don't have it on there. One, I'm not concerned about someone choosing not to be involved with me because I'm disabled. Again, that's their decision, it's their loss. And so I don't have fears about disclosing my disabled status for that reason. But kind of along those lines, it is something that I want to be able to disclose on my own terms, I guess you would say, because there is so many false beliefs about what living with disabilities entails and what disabilities are, that I would want to have an actual conversation with someone to explain to them what my disabilities are, how they affect my life, rather than them just seeing on my profile that I'm disabled and not really knowing what that means exactly. So that's one reason why I don't have it on there, is that I want to be able to have that conversation myself and control the narrative from the beginning so that they know what they're actually getting into. And then second, it's kind of a thing that I think maybe people don't necessarily consider or think about, is that it's a safety reason to not disclose that I'm disabled. Disclosing that I'm disabled would be basically revealing a vulnerability to people that, I don't know, just a bunch of random men on the apps. And so for safety reasons, I don't have it on there either. And this is another reason why I'm so adamant about sharing about disability, what it's like to live with disability, because I don't know that the general public understands that, you know, of all the different aspects of life, pretty much all of them are affected when you are disabled. So in terms of dating, it can be a safety issue to disclose that I'm disabled to someone before I've had a chance to kind of vet them, make sure they're not crazy and all that. So not putting myself in a place of vulnerability would be another reason why I don't have on my profile that I am disabled. So it's not just that we have to worry about being judged or discounted for our disability status, we also have to worry about someone possibly taking advantage of us, or just being in an unsafe situation because of our disabled status. So I would love to know if any of you are dating while disabled, what it's like for you. And also, if you're not disabled, I would just love to know, did you know any of this? You know, are these things that you have considered when dating? Is it something that you've come across? So please feel free to leave me a comment. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day.